George Russell stepped up into his V13 this season knowing that it wouldn't win him a world title, but that's okay. Because his goal is right now to beat Lewis Hamilton. And he's doing that. From Mr. Saturday to Mr. Consistency, Russell has swept his qualifying magic with the Williams 4-point scoring run of Mercedes. He is the most consistent driver right now in Formula 1, and this season, in the first 9 races, he always finished in the top 5. Russell is pretty much easy on the car, getting the better hand of Lewis, and he has a 34-point lead over his teammate, and having beaten the 7-time world champion in all 2 Grand Prix. If he continues to do that season, some people say his career will be made. He has the potential to rise up even higher than just that. If he given the right car, he's for sure championship material. Mr. Consistency strikes again. He knew from the start it wasn't a championship winning car, but still he delivers these results which are giving Mercedes somehow a glimpse of an hope. It was simply not easy stepping up in this hard to drive Mercedes and beating Lewis in the same machinery. The only people who made that were Nico Rosberg in the hybrid era, which, if you ask me, is special. George Russell right now seems so far one of the best drivers on the grid, and by no any means he will win a VDC in the future for sure. Giving him the red car, he is the driver with something special in it. His confidence, his cockiness is something else. He is pretty much beating a 7-time world champion, just like that. If you just look at the stats between Lewis Hamilton and George Russell, Russell has qualified Lewis Hamilton 5 to Lewis 4 times. The average gap from Lewis to George Russell in the qualifying is 0.034. The average placing of George Russell is 7.4 to Lewis 7.8. In the race it's even higher than just that. The average place from George Russell is 4th place. Lewis 6.2. Both of them has the best placing in P3. Russell is P4 in the constructors standings, while Hamilton is P6. George Russell scored 111 points to Lewis 77 points. A 34-point deficit from Lewis to George Russell. Just looking at the stats, George Russell is beating Lewis. To be so consistent, driving so well, not making any mistakes, always getting the maximum out of it, he has been brilliant. George Russell has an astonishing streak right now going on. On Saturday, one will think, okay, keep it safe, bring home another P4 or P5 in qualifying, but no. He said, I'm going to put my slicks on. I only care about pole position. That's something else. That's his confidence, that's his cockiness. He is something special, and he's trying to do that by any means. Maybe the slicks were the wrong call, but he tried it because he knew without that, maybe he will have got pole position. If you just look at Canada, how awesome George right after the start made headway, passing one car after another down into a hairpin was amazing to watch. And something special again. His confidence showed up in his moves to the hairpin. He got both Alpines and Mick Schumacher. It doesn't matter how fast your car is. If you're not scoring those points, then your tally is not going to increase. Russell is currently 4th in the championship standings with 111 points behind his name, 15 points behind Ferrari's Charles Leclerc, and 18 points behind Red Bull's Sergio Perez. Formula 1 returns to Silverstone for the British Grand Prix at the beginning of July. Returning to his home race, Russell hopes to not only continue in the top 5 streak in front of his fans in a 10 out of 10 performance, but return to the podium and give his countrymen something to be happy about. The team's performance at the Canadian Grand Prix was much closer to Ferrari and Red Bull we've seen all season. With the new parts coming in Silverstone, we will see a much stronger Mercedes, a much faster Russell and Lewis.
Now, let's watch Lewis pole lap.